No, well, I don't think about it. Like we're just trying to go play and survive and advance regardless of who we play. You know, yeah. I mean, either team that we're going to face here is a really good team, right? You got the defending champs, and you got the team that was the best team in the West during the regular season. So either one of them is going to be a tough matchup. But for me, it's just about trying to get to where we're trying to go, and whoever we face is standing in our way.
I guess one of the things everybody thinks they know is goaltender interference, what it is, what it isn't. And on the bench, you look at the video, and Mike decided to challenge it. I guess, but you might not know because it's kind of a gray area. How do you decide when you're going to challenge that play when, if it's a costly if you don't win?
I mean, time and score has something to do with it. The way your team plays has something to do with it. I think the reality of the situation often is you better be sure it's goalie interference if you're going to challenge it. If it's questionable, then you're likely not getting the call. And sometimes when you're sure, you don't get the call. So people that say they have it figured out, I would argue and disagree because we don't. I don't think if you pulled the coaches around the league, I don't think they would say they have it figured out.
There was at the end of the second period there in that game 5, there was a moment where Blanco had a turnover in the defensive zone. And you got back to the bench and you immediately went over and talked to him, kind of gave him a pat on the shoulder. So I was just wondering, for a young guy like that who's learning, what is kind of the message you're giving him on the bench?
Yeah, the message is like he can't do that, right? And then you give him the solution, like what the solution is, and then you can tell him to look at the iPad and take a look at it. Like in that particular instance, he has time to check his shoulder and have strong awareness of what's coming, and nothing was coming. He could have turned it up, started to skate it, and made that play in the neutral zone instead of kicking it into the middle of the ice in the D zone. And if he's going to put it in the middle of the ice in the D zone, it's got to be executed. Otherwise, you can't do it. So, and then it was just like making sure that he understands and get him ready to go again. I don't want him dwelling on those mistakes, but those mistakes can be costly at this time of year.
Jared, it was interesting listening to Jets' exit interviews after their series ended with Connor Hellebuck saying he felt like that was some of the best hockey he's played, but he maybe saw half of those goals go in. I know it's by design with some of the net front traffic, but how pleased were you with just how effective that strategy was? And when you're playing that way, does it really not matter who the goalie is because they can't see the puck? It's pretty hard to stop it.
Yeah, I would say yes, and we were pleased with what we did there. Like we did a nice job as a forward group, and D delivering the puck, and sometimes forwards delivering the puck from up top of breaking his eyesight, getting sticks on pucks. Like we had how many deflected goals, rebound goals, ones that went straight in just because he couldn't find them. It's not a new tactic; it's a tactic that everyone's using. But like just the details of our routes going to the net, battling like off walls to get a step on guys to get to the middle of the ice and the interior of the ice, and then also being able to avoid some of the wingers fronting point shots and getting pucks by them, and by that first layer to give our guys a chance at the net, reward them for going to the net. I thought all around good job by our group, and it's something that both of these teams that are playing now in Dallas and Vegas are really good at, and they're good at defending it as well. But so is Winnipeg. So I mean that's probably an aspect of our game that we'll have to continue throughout the course of the playoffs. Just really hard to create space and time to be making tic-tac-toe plays in the offensive zone come playoff time. Both getting better. Drew's not on the ice yet, but Kivy skated this morning on his own before the goalies went out for a little bit, and so making progress, but nothing significant just yet.
Piggybacking a little bit off of what Kyle said, Adam Lowry from the Jets talked about how your guys' speed on the forecheck kind of caught them off guard relative to what they'd seen in the regular season. Rick Bowness said that they weren't at all prepared for the intensity that you guys brought. How much are you guys going to school on exactly those couple of things, the speed, the pace, the intensity, going forward?
Oh, significant. Yeah. I mean, that's the big thing. Like if you want to the best time to create a scoring opportunity is off of a turnover, a puck that you check back, because the opposition is going for breakouts, neutral zone regroups. So if the more often you can do that and get dangerous out of those situations, the better off you're going to be. So yeah, it's something we talked about at length before Series 1, and like I think looking at Series 1 and the way we played in Series 1, it's certainly got to be a blueprint moving forward as well, and has to be part of our tactical plan and part of our preparation going into the next round.
Last two, Colin.
With that said, you said that this was the best 5 games in a row that your team has played all season. With that mentality, or your guys have talked about how well they played defensively, and Sean Walker had said that you guys keep playing like this and you can face anybody. Is that pretty much the full mentality throughout the?
Yeah, I think, I mean, you have to expect, if you want to win, you're going to have to expect to play that well or better than that again, because the competition's going to get even stiffer going into the second round. So, yeah, I mean, that's your goal. You want to play your best hockey come playoff time. You've had 82 games to prepare, to figure out what's important as an individual, as a line, as a group of, your whole team. And the guys did a nice job with it. But I think that's should be expected from your team come playoff time. And it's not always possible. The other team has something to say about it. But that's where I go back to like our work ethic, the competitive nature of our team. Those were the areas that really stood out to me, and that's what forecheck is, right? It's just work and competitiveness, and there's some tactical things go into it leading up to that forecheck, but that's a work-based part of your structure, right? And that's why I really like that series, especially from our forward group. They stood out to me as significantly better as a group of 12 than we'd had all year.
Last one, go.
Just from a wider perspective, on the second round, your Ball Arena roommates also are. It's
Yeah.
kind of a good time to be a sports fan in the city. Do
Yeah.
you feel that? Does the team feel that? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I think we do feel it, and I think the team does as well. I think it's exciting when because there's something to watch every night. The fans, there's lots of carryover between fan bases between the Nuggets and the Avs, and certainly they can't hit Ball Arena every night, I'm assuming, for the whole playoffs, but at least you know that they're watching and engaged in what's going on. And I mean, it's two really good teams, I think, and both have aspirations of winning another championship each, and that's the type of pressure that you want, because to me that type of pressure is earned and it's warranted. And so it's up to us to go and try to continue to play the way we've been playing or even better in order to try and keep advancing. And so I'm sure it's the same with the Nuggets.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man.